With the hot streak going in there. They lost earlier to Grace 5-1 in the tournament, but then came back, beat them 9-1. And here's their lineup for game 2. Aaron Klepner, who pitched the first game, playing in left field in this one. Riley Johnson in center. Eric Pearson at first base. Jeff Wayloggy at second base. Derek Smith, the catcher. Zach Loven in right field. Cole Albers at short. Hunter Yerkes at third base. And Joey Albright in as a DH for game number 2 in the number 9 slot. The Rebels will be facing a junior left-hander for Totino-Grace, Zach Jezierski, who has got a record of 3-3 for the Eagles in 40 1/3. He's allowed 51 hits, he's walked 7 and fanned 15. And Jezierski getting set to face Klepner as we begin game number 2 for the title. First pitch is over for a strike. Aaron Klepner was 2 for 3 in that first championship game. Came into the night hitting just over 400 and obviously has bettered that a little bit. Off speed is over for a strike. This game starting just before 8:30, so no sun issues to worry about here. Lights are on. Slow chopper to short by Klepner, and he is thrown out. Halverson coming up to make the play, and one gone here in the top of the first. And Riley Johnson will hit here for Champlin Park as you get a look. Strong throw on the run there by Halverson. Johnson, the Champlin Park center fielder, was 1 for 3 in the opening game of this, what turns into a doubleheader for the championship. Takes ball 1. Riley was hitting .429 entering the night, so definitely been a vital cog in their offensive attack this year. Jumps on that one, but pounds it foul. Champlin Park obviously pretty fired up after that first game, not only winning it, but winning it by the margin they did. And made some good plays and had a solid game, and they're feeling pretty good. And they obviously had that great 7th inning rally the other night too. So, and let's see, a swing and a foul there by Johnson. He was actually, I think, hoping that he hadn't touched it because it might have been a strikeout but reach first base situation there. Outside with that one is Jezierski. And his 2-2 pitch here to Johnson. Lifted out to left field. Playable and caught there by Ryan Johnson, so he gets Riley Johnson. There is a look at the Totino-Grace defense. Ryan Johnson, who made that catch, along with Nolan Nielsen, Daniel Jacob in the outfield. Holton, Halverson, Zerbe, and Lindquist in the infield. Radicek, and doing the pitching is Jezierski. Eric Pearson, the batter here for Champlin Park, takes a first pitch strike. Pearson was 3 for 4 for the Rebels in that opening game of the evening. Inside with that one. 2 balls and a strike now to Pearson. And fouls this one back over the grandstand. Drives this one a long way, but fouled on the right field line. That fan thought about trying to bare hand that one, and at the last second, not going to risk it. 2-2. And a swing and a miss. It's in the dirt. Radicek will have to throw to first. He does, and a nice 1-2-3 inning to start the ball game. Worked by Zach Jezierski for the Rebels. No runs, no hits, and no one left. We've played a half inning here of game 2 for the championship. It is Champlin Park nothing, and Totino-Grace getting set to come up. And they kind of get picked up a little bit maybe by that well-pitched first inning for Jezierski as they try and get their offense going. And Mike Smith's team trying to rally back after a somewhat difficult first game. See, Nolan Nielsen will lead it off, then Kyle Halverson the shortstop, Radicek the catcher, Hunter Lindquist at first, Nick Holton the third baseman, Ryan Johnson in left, Charlie Waters the DH, and it's Jacob Zerbe at second and Daniel Jacob in right. And here's a look at the defense for Champlin Park. Klepner, Johnson, and Loven in the outfield. Yerkes, Albers, Waylagi, and Pearson around the infield. Derek Smith catching. And doing the pitching for Champlin Park is left-hander Sam Goodman. Sam on the year 4-0 for 24 innings, made 6 starts. Allowed just 9 hits, but 28 walks and 36 strikeouts. Hard throwing lefty. Control sometimes an issue, but he's kind of a walk a lot, strike out a lot kind of guy. Tough guy to really square one up against, but also at times has trouble finding the plate. Nolan Nielsen getting set to lead things off here for the Grace Eagles. He was 1 for 4 in the first contest of the evening. That's the one thing too about baseball. I mean, obviously it's a whole new game, but the big difference too is each team has a completely different pitcher out there, and obviously that's a huge factor in how a game goes, is who's out there on the mound. So Totino-Grace counting on the fact that they're going to wipe the slate clean and get a new game going. They did hit the ball fairly well, though, really, in that first game, despite only scoring the 1 run, as Klepner gave up 10 base hits. So Nielsen getting set, try and get things started here for Grace. First pitch inside from Goodman. Kind of has a different feel when this game getting started, a night game. There's more noise in the crowd. I think there's probably more people that were able to get here, and be here for this second game as well. There's a fastball over for a strike. See, just a great night for baseball here. Time requested, and I thought for a moment that Nielsen wasn't going to be granted time there. Goodman was just starting to rock into his motion there. And then the 1-1 really hit him. If you're Nielsen, you'd like to get on, but you don't really want to get hit by that Sam Goodman fastball either. Fouls that one back into the screen. Two-two pitch, chop fouled on the third base line. The winner will advance to the state tournament, which in Class 4A, the first two rounds will be played here at CHS Field on the 16th of June. Taken for a ball there. Hits it hard, but fouled on the left field line. Really jumped on that one. Three-two from Goodman, and this one is smacked to left field. It might be over Klepner's head, and it is. It's onto the warning track. And Nielsen will dig into second with a leadoff double here for Totino-Grace. Game fastball on 3-2, and he drives this one deep to left. See Klepner running back to the infield trying to find that one. And it is in for a hit, and the Grace fans excited about that one. You know, you just have the feeling that they're trying to jumpstart the team a little bit to make sure that they know right away that, okay, the game one's long over. This one's going to be a different ball game. Halverson will step in here for Totino-Grace. Had a couple of hits in that first game. And that one skips past Smith. And Nielsen over to third on the wild pitch. So good RBI opportunity for Halverson here. Runner at third, nobody out. Takes that one high and away, 2-0. There's a strike. And popped up. Albers, the shortstop, makes the catch, 1 out. So Halverson puts it in play, but not able to score the runner there, and Jens Radicek will be the batter for Totino-Grace. He was 2 for 3 in that game one, as you see. Cut it a miss there. Of course, this early in the ball game, Champlin Park keeping that infield defense back. They would give up a run to get an out. And that one way short of the plate. Runner is coming. Here's the throw. Did not get him. Nielsen in safely on another pitch that was well short of the plate. And Smith got to this, but you'll see the pitcher never tags him, not even close actually. He just made a swipe. He was kind of stumbling. The ball was, there slightly before him, but it would have had to have been perfect, and Nielsen able to dive in safely with the opening run of the game. this one driven to center field and playable and caught. Looked like Riley Johnson maybe took one step in a little bit, but then quickly recovered and got underneath that one for out number 2. And Hunter Lindquist will be the hitter for Totino-Grace. Fastball over for a strike. And a swing and a miss. Yes, they're appealing. Get the strike call for an 0-2 count here. I thought it was real obvious that he swung here. Surprised they even needed to appeal. He certainly did. And let's see, did he go this time? Looks like not. Nope, no swing, 1-2. And a look at this one, and yep, he held that one up, so looks like they got it right both times. And he went this time 3 straight check swings, and that's a strikeout for Goodman. However, the Eagles do strike first. 1 run, 1 base hit. No errors and no one left on. After an inning, it's 1-0 Totino-Grace.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised. Practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
Sharing your passion starts with taking that first step. Take Will, for example. His first step was taking free TV classes at Northwest Community Television. He's learning production skills and now has access to cutting-edge equipment. He's working on local music productions, meeting new people, and gaining experience needed to produce his own show. Best of all, he's sharing his passion for music with others in his community. Share your passion. Visit nwct.org.
So Totino-Grace gets on the board first here in this Section 5 championship, leading at 1-0. We go to the top of the second. Jeff Wayloggy, Derek Smith, Zach Loven hitting for Champlin Park against Zach Jezierski, the Totino-Grace lefty. And first pitch taken for a ball by Wayloggy, who in that opening game was 1 for 4, but was on a couple more times. Reached on an error and also a fielder's choice. Tapper to third. Tough chance for Holton. Here's his throw, and he got him. Nice job there by Nick Holton at third base, playing that one right along the line. I was surprised this play was reasonably close, but he kind of double clutched just a little bit on the throw too, but see, he definitely got him. And Derek Smith will be the hitter now for the Rebels. Squares as if to bunt, takes it for a strike. He is 1 for 4, you see, and a RBI single in that opening game win tonight. That one's low. Jezierski was pretty impressive in the first inning. He got a ground out, a fly out, and then a strikeout. Missing up high there, 2 balls and a strike. To second. Gobbled up there by Zerbe, and 2 gone here in the Rebels half of inning number 2. Staying down on that ball and made it look easy. So Zach Loven will be the hitter here for the Rebels. Starts in with a breaking ball that misses up high. Zach was 0 for 3 in that first game. And pop back foul and out of play. Just missed inside. That's a pretty good pitcher's pitch right there, though. 2-1. Pitches the outside corner. Count running full here to Loven with 2 outs and nobody on in the second. And a called 3rd strike on the outside corner. So a couple good innings to start for Jezierski. No runs, no hits, and no one left on for the Rebels. We go to the bottom of the second, 1-0 Grace.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Can you help me with this? My new dad teaches me all kinds of stuff.
Sure.
He helps me with homework.
That would be 3.6795.
Thanks.
Yep.
He helps me with my decision making.
I wouldn't use this one. Ever.
And he's even teaching me how to drive.
And that's why cars have bumpers.
I'm learning so much.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
And welcome back here to CHS Field. Totino-Grace, the 1-0 lead over Champlin Park as we go to the bottom half of the second here. It'll be Nick Holton, Ryan Johnson, Charlie Waters, the 5, 6, 7 hitters coming up for Grace against the left-hander Sam Goodman for Champlin Park. Pounding it to short. Nice big high hop there, and the throw across is in time, and they get Holton to begin the second. Ryan Johnson will step in here for the Eagles. See, it took a nice big bounce there for Albers and unleashed a strong throw. Holton got down the line pretty quick, made that a semi-close play. There's a strike taken by Johnson. He's 1 out of 3 in the first game of this, what turns into a championship doubleheader after Champlin Park won the first game to force this second game. Ooh, and a beautiful pitch there for strike 3. Goodman getting his second strikeout, and Charlie Waters will be the hitter. A little tapper. That's going to be a fair ball. Goodman up with it. Throw to first. Well, wait a minute. They're calling foul ball off his foot. Waters, who got injured late in the football season, wasn't able to play in the state tournament. He's coming back late in this and has had 8 at-bats, 2 base hits. Short of the plate. Smith has his work cut out for him when Goodman's on the mound. He's got good stuff, but obviously occasional trouble harnessing it. Lining that one foul. The type of guy you don't have comfortable at bats against really either, partly because he's good enough that you were going to swing and miss a lot, but also you're a little worried that he might clip you too. And there's a called third strike, inner part of the plate, so an impressive second for Goodman. No runs, no hits, and no one left for the Eagles. We go to the 3rd inning. It's 1-0 Totino-Grace.
30 million Americans will suffer from an eating disorder at some point in their lives. The National Eating Disorders Association has the information and resources to steer people and their families toward the road to recovery.
Hi, I work at the NEDA helpline. We have something called Click to Chat, which is a live chat with someone on the helpline, and they're really able to get support.
Call or visit the NEDA website today for help and hope.
All right, give me a spot. You know my motto, safety first.
They could be dangerous. I think we should call animal control.
Animal control?
To be safe.
Don't worry. I got this. It's a new motto.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
Bottom 3rd of the order coming up here for Champlin Park in inning number 3 of the 7-8-9 hitters. Cole Albers will step in to lead it off. They've yet to have a base runner in the first 2 innings against Zach Jazerski. And here's a hard liner to left field, a long run. That one will drop for a hit. Digging for second is Albers, and he will be in with a double. Didn't waste any time jumping on that one and drives it to left field. A long run. It was pretty well tracked and then grabbed by Johnson. And Albers being pretty aggressive, going for 2 here. And makes it without too much difficulty. I thought for a second, though, that he might overrun the bag. He elected not to slide, and he had to really slam on the brakes to keep his momentum from pulling him off the bag there. So Hunter Yerkes will be the batter now for Champlin Park, and he had a great first game, as you saw. Trying to bunt it here, though, and he bunts it in the backstop. So we'll see if that double by Albers gets the Rebels jump started a little bit here. Is bunting again. He gets it up in the air, and Radicek, a great diving catch here for the Eagles. So Yerkes unable to get that ball down. And Radicek does a great job diving, making the catch. So Joey Albright will be the batter here for Champlin Park, their DH. Albright 1 for 6 this year as a hitter. Knocks it to second base. Get the out there. He does move the runner over, but 2 gone now in the inning, and Klepner will be the batter for Champlin Park. In a lot of ways, that play right there is what they could have used out of Urix, instead trying to get him there via the bunt, but popped it up twice. The first one was foul, the second one caught. Also foul, but playable. Lepner, the batter, takes a first pitch strike. He bounced to short in the first inning. Trying not to strand the hitter that doubled to lead off the inning, Albers. Ooh, nice stop by Radicek. He's going to throw to third, and he throws it away. Albers will come in to score the first run of the game for Champlin Park. And the throwing error there by Radicek. You can see why he made this throw. The runner was way off the bag, but his throw just way too far into foul ground there for Holton to have any chance at. So throwing error will score that run, and it's 1-1 game. Lepner off the end of the bat, a tapper, Lindquist up with it, and he'll take it himself. And so the Eagles get out of the inning, but not before Champlin Park ties it. 1 run, 1 hit. There was 1 error and no one left on base. We go to the bottom of the third inning here at CHS Field. It's 1-1.
Good one, son. Last summer, my new dad took me on vacation. First, we went deep sea fishing. Wow!
I'm so proud of you, son.
And then we went on Thunder Shark. That was awesome! Let's go again. 3 times. I gotta say, it was pretty cool.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
Oh, not again.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
Jacob Zerbe, Daniel Jacob, and Nolan Nielsen for Totino-Grace will hit in the third. Sam Goodman, the Champlin Park lefty, had a very good second inning, a ground out and a couple of called third strikes. So Zerbe stepping in, takes the first pitch for a strike. And here's a liner in for a hit to right center field. Zerbe rounding first and will hang on there with a leadoff single in the third. And Daniel Jacob will step up. You see that pitch just drove it over Wayloggy, the second baseman. Jacob, the hitter, certainly could be a bunt situation. Rebels way in at third. He swings away and fouls it. Yeah, way outside. Smith making a nice pickup on that one. Umpire even, I think, giving him the nod there as that ball was way outside. Tried to bunt it and stabbed at it and fouled it away. So now with the count 1-2, you would expect Jacob just to try and put the ball in play here and not be bunting anymore. Back to swing. No swing. Not much of a lead for Zerbe over there. That one's in the dirt and gets by Smith, and Zerbe will advance to second. Third wild pitch of the game by Goodman, and that's, you know, obviously an issue to work with in a game like this too, is that pitch coming well short of the plate. Smith will be busy back there tonight. He knows that. He already has been. Three-two pitch. Tapper off the end of the bat. Foul ball. Another 3-2, and that one slammed foul. As Jacob putting up a good battle here. As the runner has already advanced over to second with that wild pitch, so now just trying to see if he can knock him in. Outside for ball four as Jacob works on a walk. And so first and second, nobody out, and the top of the order coming is Nolan Nielsen will step in. It is the first walk given up by Goodman. Obviously he's had certain individual pitches that were well out of the zone, but that was the first hitter that he walked. Nielsen drove a double to start their half of the first, and then ended up scoring on one of those wild pitches. And gets away from Smith, but not far enough for the runners to advance. Taken for a ball. Nielsen was squaring on that first pitch. See if they let him hit away or if they do try and bunt the runners over. Smith, the catcher, stepping out to give some signs to his defense here. And now he's actually going to come out and have a talk with Goodman and the whole defensive infield here. Just what they want to do on a bunt play, I would guess, is mostly the topic here. Count here to Nielsen, hitting with 2 on, nobody out, in a 1-1 tie. And it's way outside. Rebels had the rotation play on. There's Albers, the shortstop, was running to cover third. Here's the thing, if you're Nielsen though, make him throw a strike. And so far he's done a good job at that. And he does bunt this one, but foul. That'd be kind of a tough guy to bunt against too, because he throws hard and you're not, exactly sure where the pitch is going to be. Again, Smith talking things over with Goodman. 2-1 pitch. It is bunted and it is foul. So now 2 strikes, and that again presumably would take the bunt out of play here. Not doesn't mean it has to be, but obviously he fouls one here and he'd be out. So the Rebels defense can settle down a little bit too and stick in their normal spots. I was thinking with that rotation play on, boy, the shortstop Albers is running. I mean, there's going to be a huge gap to hit the ball through if you swing away. 2-2 from Goodman. And did he swing? Yes, he did. Strikeout. Nielsen is out. He didn't think he had went, but the umpire disagrees. 4th strikeout for Goodman. Another look at this one. Yeah, that's close, but I would have to say that might be an accurate call. And so Halverson will be the hitter for Totino-Grace. That one's way outside, and Smith backhanding that one. Not a extremely warm day, but still both catchers catching 2 games in a row is a little taxing, and Smith obviously has to be real alert out here in the 2nd game. He had a strong pickoff throw to nail Totino-Grace runner in the 6th inning of the last game. Grace was way behind already and then got it, kind of add insult to injury, get a guy picked off first by the catcher. And that one missing up high, 3-0. That one's over for a strike. Got a check on deck for Totino-Grace here as they try and break this 1-1 deadlock. This is the championship game now in the Section 5 tournament after Champlin Park won the first one to force this Game 2 for the title. High and away, and he loses Halverson. 2nd walk of the inning given by Goodman. And so now they're loaded up with 1 out, and it's going to be conference time here for Champlin Park. Matt Oberg out to have a word with Goodman. No golden opportunity here for Totino-Grace to try and open this one up a little bit, take the lead back. Got a check fly to center field his first time up. And swinging, fouling one away on the first pitch. And that one was in at his feet there, and Smith again does a nice job to block that one. Quite a bit of room behind the plate, so any ball that gets past is more than likely going to mean a run, unless things go really well for the defense in terms of playing a carom. Outside there, 2-1. Nice with that one, 3 balls and a strike. And lifted out to right field. Catch will be made, but it'll score a run. So it comes into second base, and Totino-Grace takes the lead. As Zerbe comes in on the sacrifice fly by Radicek. Two to one Grace. You're going to look at that one driven out to right field. Nice job to get underneath it as Logan had him played fairly deep, and good thing, and scores the run easily. But, you know, to be honest, though, for Champlin Park, even though they give up the go-ahead run there, I think they've got to feel good that Goodman didn't walk in a run there and, you know, made them put the ball in play, and they get the second out. Hunter Lindquist will be the batter. That one's in the dirt, and Smith another stop. Lindquist fanned his first time up. Just off the outside part of the plate there, 2-0. And now 3-0. Looks at ball 4 up high. So they are loaded up now for Nick Holton. Holton, who bounced to short his first time up. And I'm going to come out and talk to Goodman here. Yeah, actually going to lift him here. So Goodman will be lifted here. Trailing it by a score of 2-1. He'll leave the bases loaded. And they're going to bring in Drew Nelson here early in this ball game. So pitching change for Champlin Park. We will come back with more of our ball game here in the Section 5 Championship on 12 Sports.
Sharing your passion starts with taking that first step. Take Lindsay, for example. Her first step was taking free TV classes at Northwest Community Television. Right away, she received professional training and now has the tools and skills necessary to produce her own show. She's turning dreams into realities right from her own home. And best of all, she's sharing her passion with members of her community and beyond. Share your passion. Visit nwct.org.
Pretty much a good day for me would be people leaving their hands off of me. I'm always called names. Everywhere that I go, there's always someone calling me names, calling me gay. I've been choked, thrown up against a wall, punched. Nobody's ever tried to help me.
And welcome back here to CHS Field. Champlin Park goes to the bullpen as Drew Nelson will come on. He finished game 1 here tonight. And he will step in with the bases full, 2 outs. Totino-Grace leading 2-1. Nick Holton is the batter. And he looks at a first pitch strike, and Rebels kind of got from Goodman, you know, what sort of has been his MO, a very tough pitcher to hit. He'll strike out a lot of people, but he also has a lot of control issue. And so they just felt they couldn't afford to fall behind by a lot more here. It's also a little tough on the fielders when you have a lot of these long innings too. I don't think he was especially happy to come out, but the decision was made. Swing and a miss there by Holton, so it's 1-2. And just fights that one off, fouls it back. And a little soft tapper, flip to second, and they get the out. And so the inning comes to an end. The Eagles do go ahead, though, as they get one run in the inning on one base hit. And they'll leave three. We have completed 3 innings. It's 2-1, Totino-Grace.
30 million Americans will suffer from an eating disorder at some point in their lives. The National Eating Disorders Association has the information and resources to steer people and their families toward the road to recovery.
Hi, I work at the NEDA helpline. We have something called Click to Chat, which is a live chat with someone on the helpline, and they're really able to get support.
Call or visit the NEDA website today for help and hope.
All right, give me a spot. You know my motto, safety first.
They could be dangerous. I think we should call animal control.
Animal control?
To be safe.
Don't worry.
Just...
I got this. It's a new motto.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
Welcome back here to CHS Field. It's Totino-Grace now leading Champlin Park by a 2-1 score. Riley Johnson stepping in to lead off the 4th inning here for the Rebels. Riley had a fly out to left field, his first time to the plate this evening. Now 1-1 count. And tap fouled on the third base line. Jezierski's done a nice job here for Totino-Grace. He's got the first 6 hitters of the game, but then Cole Albers hit a leadoff double in the 3rd and eventually scored on a throwing error by the catcher. Radicek trying to pick him off 3rd. Chopper to short. And they get Riley Johnson on the running throw there by Halverson. So 1 gone, and Eric Pearson will be the batter for Champlin Park. Pearson struck out to end the 1st inning for the Rebels. And lines this one into center field, and that'll be a hit. So Pearson had a good first game, gets his first hit of game 2. It's the 2nd hit just for the Rebels in this 2nd game, and Jeff Wayloggy will be the batter. Didn't kill it, but got enough of it to float it into that center field grass, so Champlin Park trying to get a little something going here in the 4th. Takes a strike, Wayloggy does. And that one just curved around the plate, 1-1. Rebels a team that runs some, and Pearson, I think, has 7 steals now. He had a key one in that first game. And, might might not be a bad time to think about getting something going on the bases. That one's a strike. You know, it's kind of that fine line, though. You feel like you haven't had many runners. You don't want to lose one that way either. Plus, you've got the heart of the order up here. And also a little tougher to run on a lefty as well, with Jezierski able to keep an eye on that runner, as he does right there. Radicek making a nice stop on that pitch in the dirt. Pearson is going. The pitch popped up. Maybe playable, and is in foul ground as Holton makes the catch. Quite a bit of room here at CHS, and he stayed with that one over near the Rebels dugout. See, he's probably not getting much help from the guys in white there as far as where he is on the field, but stayed with it and made the catch. And obviously Pearson had to retreat to first base, so Derek Smith will be the batter now for Champlin Park. Had a grounder to second base in the second inning. That one way up high as it got away from Jezierski a little bit. And that one will get through. And Pearson advances to second. Wild pitch. That one nearly hit Smith. Looked like Smith could have let that ball hit him in the leg, but he just backed up a little bit and got the runner over anyway. Smith had a big cut and a miss at another high fastball there. And skied back foul and out of play, so 2-2. Jezierski fighting back. I don't want to say he's been dominant, but he's been good. Not getting a lot of real hard hit balls against him. He's been around the plate. He's just done a solid job so far. Umpires getting together. The first base umpire, I think he's made some. And they're going to send the runner to third. As I'm guessing this must be a box situation that was spotted by the base umpire. See if there's anything we can see what he did here. Yeah, I think that, okay, there's the indication that they're giving that he had put his fingers to his mouth and then put it to the ball, which, you know, obviously, you know, spitball, I mean, it can have an impact on, so they're explaining it to Jezierski right here. 2-2 count to Smith, but it moves that runner up, obviously, 90 feet, and that's the score. And it's going to be a called third strike. And so Smith didn't like that one. He's caught looking, and the inning comes to an end. No runs, one hit, and one left on for Champlin Park in the fourth. We go to the bottom of four. It's 2-1, Grace.
Channel 12 at home. Why not on the go? Channel 12 is online at 12.tv.
Watch on your phone, on your tablet. Channel 12 is your local source wherever you go. Just log on to 12.tv. Check out our videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and even watch live events via live stream. So don't wait. Stay up to date with Channel 12 and 12.tv, your local source.
Don't look at me. Your hair's a bit frizzy today. Oh, you should pick that up. Oh, you're such a dork. Loser. Here, let me help you with that. Oops.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Oh, look. Your crush is looking at you. Poor you.
They want to help, but don't know how.
See, no one here's gonna help you, because no one
Teach your
likes you.
kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
Totino-Grace leading Champlin Park 2-1 on a beautiful evening in St. Paul here. CHS Field, the home of the Saints, and also home here of the latter rounds of the Section 5 4A tournament, and also the first 2 rounds of the state 4A tournament. We'll be right back here at CHS Field, and the winner of this game will be a part of that field for the 2016 state tournament. Of course, the first season with 4 classes in baseball. As said there earlier, each team looking for the 3rd state appearance in program history. They both had, pretty solid baseball, but it's not that easy to make the state tournament. And so each of these schools has been there on 2 previous occasions. Ryan Johnson getting set to step in here to lead off the 4th against Drew Nelson, the second pitcher for Champlin Park, and it is popped up and will be playable. Pearson drifting into foul ground and makes the catch. 1 out, and Charlie Waters will be the batter for Grace. Starts in with a strike. Waters was a strikeout victim his first time up. Both he and Johnson's strikeouts were against Sam Goodman, the lefty starter for Champlin Park. And got him to chase one way out of his zone there. Nelson trying to hold back a smile a little bit, I think, on that one. I think Nelson probably, feeling good that he's being called in relief in this game, but he was hoping maybe it would come a little later in the game and to protect a lead rather than to keep a deficit from getting bigger. Got it over Nelson. Wayloggy, the second baseman, will throw him out. So Waters is out for 3, 2 gone, and Zerbe will hit. Another look there as Nelson made a reach for that one. As it turned out, it's probably a good thing he didn't get a piece of that. It might have knocked it away from his second baseman there. Zerbe, the hitter. Really, for a pitcher, those are just kind of instinct. You reach for it, but on many occasions, you'd be better off, not grabbing it unless you were sure you could get it. And that time it went over his glove and turned into a fairly routine play. Zerbe had a single and scored the go-ahead run in this game. Takes a strike here, 2-1. One big difference, Nelson sure works a lot faster than Goodman did. Breaking ball is high, 3-1. Of course, it's easier to, with nobody on base, to be able to kind of just get the ball back and fire too. Well, that will change if somebody gets on here. That's a strike. Fights that one off. Pretty big out recorded by Nelson to get them out of that 3rd inning. The bases were loaded for Grace. I mean, they could be ahead by more than what they are if he hadn't come on and gotten that the last out of that inning. And I think that's, kind of the situation where Champlin Park felt they just couldn't have more patience with Goodman there. Is that it was just, the game felt like it could have been on the verge of the Eagles kind of breaking it open a little bit. 3-2, pounded foul to third. And there's ball 4. So Zerbe works out a 2-out walk here for the Eagles, and Daniel Jacob will step up for Grace. Chopper to second. Wayloggy up with it and throws him out. Eagles are done in the 4th. No runs, no hits, there were no errors, and 1 left on. After 4 innings, it's Totino-Grace 2, Champlin Park 1.
Hey, did you buy something from some gaming site?
What do you mean?
Yeah, look, there's a bunch of different charges on here.
Do you think someone stole our credit card information?
I don't know. That site sounds familiar, though.
Yeah, isn't that the site that Billy's on all the time?
You don't think.
Billy! Stop and think before you connect. Playing online is serious business. Visit dhs.gov/stopthinkconnect for tips on how to be safe online.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
We head to the 5th inning here in this Game 2, the Section 5 4A Baseball Championship. Totino-Grace leading it 2-1 as Zach Loven steps in here for Champlin Park. Not nearly as much offense in this game as the first one, especially for the Rebels. Just 2 hits so far through 4 innings against Jezierski, the Grace lefty. And a little soft liner, and that one is going to drop for a hit. Just got enough of that ball to lift it over the shortstop and into short left center. So Loven, just as I was saying, not much offense, finds a hole there and drops that one in. Cole Albers will bat now for Champlin Park. Cole ripped a double to left field in the 3rd inning and scored Champlin Park's lone run. And he hits the ball hard again, drills it into left field. Back-to-back hits to start inning number 5 here for the Rebels. Jumped on this one early. You see the third baseman was up for a bunt, but that was no impact on that play. It was going to be a base hit no matter how they were lined. And Hunter Yerkes will be the batter, but first we're going to have a little discussion as Don Roney, pitching coach, coming out for Totino-Grace. Don't think it's a situation where they're thinking about taking him out. I wouldn't think anyway. He's pitched very well so far. And young fans out enjoying the ball game here, the 2 games. So Yerkes, last time up, was asked to bunt, and it didn't go well. He fouled one into the backstop, and then he popped another one up that the catcher, Radicek, made a diving catch on. So I would, if they would have been thinking bunt, they might have a different feel on it now just because of the difficulty that Hunter had getting it down last time, but we'll see. He is squaring, he is bunting, and this time a much better bunt. They're going to go to third and get the out. Nice play. Holton throwing to the shortstop. Halverson covering. An aggressive defensive play. It wasn't seemingly a bad bunt at all, but they get the lead runner. Nice job. So Yerkes aboard on a fielder's choice. Runners at first and second, and Oven out on the force play. 5-6 on the putout. Joey Albright, the batter now for Champlin Park. So they get the bunt down this time, but it still does not result in the runners moving over. Excellent defensive play by Grace. I mean, it was one of those that you would almost say they're really gambling by not going to first, but instead, although on the flip side, it's a much shorter throw from where he was. That may be the one thing that you would like, the bunt to maybe be not quite as much right at the third baseman, but it was still, I thought, a fairly decent bunt. Albright takes ball 2 there. Eagles kind of struggled defensively in the first game, but obviously making a real nice play right there. Foul back. Two count here. Back up the middle, and could be a double play, and is. Taylor made their 6-3 double play turn by the Eagles. Albright just kind of unfortunate where he put that one. For Champlin Park in the 5th, they threaten but don't score. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. It is 2-1, Totino-Grace.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
An eating disorder feels like having another person inside your head. It kind of built this wall around me.
The main thing that we needed was hope.
Your age, your gender, your ethnicity. Eating disorders don't discriminate. They can strike anyone. The National Eating Disorders Association has the information and resources to steer people and their families toward the road to recovery.
Call or visit the NEDA website today for help and hope.
We head to the bottom of the 5th inning here at CHS Field. Totino-Grace leading Champlin Park 2-1. There's Drew Nelson, the second pitcher of the game for the Rebels, and the top of the order coming up here for Totino-Grace. That means Nolan Nielsen stepping in as they try and build on a 1-run lead. First pitch over for a strike. Nielsen got the game started in style for the Eagles as he doubled to begin the bottom of the 1st and came around to score on a wild pitch. Rip and a miss there, and it's 0-2. And a swing and a miss, and Nielsen goes down on strikes. Drew Nelson's done a solid job since coming in. Halverson will be the batter here for Totino-Grace. Halverson, as you saw, walked in the 3rd inning and was stranded. And Nelson came in and got out of that bases loaded situation. Hits this ball hard to second off Wheeloggy's glove, and not going to have a play. And it looks like Halverson is coming up hobbling. Oh, reaching for that leg. And he is injured. And he made an awkward reach for the, step with that for the bag. You're going to score this as an error. You see right there. I was going to say reminiscent of watching Miguel Sano the other night. But this, I'm not sure this is, I don't think this is the hamstring. Obviously you can put a runner in for Halverson here. That isn't the big deal. It's that you hate to have to take your shortstop out in a 2-1 ball game. Hard to say though if he's going to have to come out or not. It looks like he is walking toward the dugout. Well, the good thing is though too is that you can run for him now and then re-enter him if in fact the trainer's able to get it feeling good enough to go back out and continue playing. But as of right now, he's coming out. Zach Van will run for him. So Radicek will be the hitter here for Totino-Grace. He drove in the go-ahead run with a sacrifice fly to right in the 3rd inning. First pitch up high for a ball. And that one's over for a strike from Nelson. We'll keep our eye on when the next inning begins. If Halverson is able to continue as the shortstop, he would have to re-enter, of course, but we shall see. Open a miss. You kind of hate to have to make a change at a key defensive spot in such a pressure part of the game if you're Grace, but if you have to, you have to. Chases a high fastball up and out of the zone. Strikes out, so out number 2 in the 5th inning, both on K's. And Hunter Lindquist will be the batter now for Totino-Grace. Fouls this one away down the right field line. And this one popped up and into the stands there as he got it in on the hand. So 0-2 now to Lindquist. Nelson trying to keep Grace right where they're at with 2 runs as he's got 2 outs and an 0-2 count here on their cleanup hitter. Just got a piece of that one. Tapper down to short. I'll go across to first and get the out. So the Eagles down in the 5th. No runs, no hits. There was 1 error. And 1 left on. We've completed 5. It's still 2-1 to Totino-Grace.
Sharing your passion starts with taking that first step. Take Lindsay, for example. Her first step was taking free TV classes at Northwest Community Television. Right away, she received professional training and now has the tools and skills necessary to produce her own show. She's turning dreams into realities right from her own home. And best of all, she's sharing her passion with members of her community and beyond. Share your passion. Visit nwct.org.
Pretty much a good day for me would be people leaving their hands off of me. I'm always called names. Everywhere that I go, there's always someone calling me names, calling me gay. I've been choked, thrown up against a wall, punched. Nobody's ever tried to help me.
Welcome back here to CHS Field, and good news for Totino-Grace as their shortstop Alverson was able to re-enter and play defensively after coming up hobbling on that play where he reached safely on the air. So he is back in there defensively as Aaron Klepner gets set to lead off the 6th inning for Champlin Park. Just a couple more at-bats for the Rebels, trailing it by a 2-1 score. Both teams have wiggled out of a jam or two here, so game's still staying at 2-1 as it has been for some time. Down to second, and one gone here for the Rebels in the 6th. So Riley Johnson will hit here for the Rebels. Takes the first one for a ball. And ball 2. There's the strike. Appeared to be taking all the way there as he tries to get on base any way he can here and get something started for the Rebels. Lifted down the first base line, and it's going to drop in foul ground there. We're able to get to it. And takes that one up high for a ball. Three-two pitch up the middle, and that'll be a base hit. So Johnson aboard here with one out in the 6th for Champlin Park. Just reaches out and taps this one past the shortstop. Good at bat there for Johnson. Just battled all the way, and now Eric Pearson will hit for the Rebels. Pearson fouls that one away. And takes a strike, breaking ball on the outer part of the plate there. Johnson is 18 for 20 as a base stealer. Chasing back with a throw there. Boy, Jezierski's he's done a solid job all night. And so now 1 and 2. Flip to first again. Eagles thinking the same thing as I was. I have to be honest, I'd be very tempted to get Riley started here. If not on this pitch, at least somewhere in this at bat. Not going, and driven to left field. It is a foul ball. Liner down that left field line, yep. About 6 inches foul there. Boy, the breaks of the game right there. I mean, that one drops in and Rebels are really looking good, and instead they go back to runner at first and a 1-2 count. Checked his swing, no swing, 2-2. Fights this one off. A good battle here. Jezierski and Pearson. See who will win it. Back up the middle, and that one will be through for a base hit. Johnson's going to hang on at second. And now runners at first and second with one out here for Champlin Park, and Jeff Wayloggy coming up. Hits this ball hard on the ground and has Jezierski kind of skipping out of the way. So Grace has been ahead since the 3rd inning. Kind of like they've been protecting the lead, but boy, it could flip and the script could turn in a hurry here if Champlin Park able to string together another hit or two. Jeff 0 for 2 in this game, a bouncer to third and then a foul out to third. Lifts it to center, fairly well hit, a long run, and it's going to be over his head. One run is coming to the plate. Here comes run number 2. The throw, there'll be a play, and he is going to be way out. Pearson tagged out by Radicek. And then Pearson didn't like it. He thought the tag was too hard on him, and he flailed his arm a little bit at Radicek. So the Rebels tie it up. You see the runners, having to wait. It wasn't a certainty that it was going to be over his head. So they get the one run. Johnson's looking back, knowing that he's hoping Pearson's coming behind him, but he is out by a mile. And then Radicek, kind of a hard tag into his back, and he didn't like it. Umpires jumping on Pearson a little bit there. So a 2-2 ball game, 2 outs now. And advancing into third on the throw there is Wayloggy, so he'll get a double and then into third on the throw, but they lose the runner at the plate. Derek Smith, the batter, and he fouls that one away. Smith 0 for 2 in this one. Pearson getting some attention from the trainer, and that's the reason for the stop, is he had to come over from Champlin Park dugout to go across the field and get looked at from the trainer there after he took that tumble. Go ahead run at third, but now 2 outs. And it's a type of play where, you know, if you could read it right away that it was going to be over his head, then I think that second runner scores pretty easily, but you can't just take off. Even from up here, I've obviously got a much better vantage point than a base runner. Here's a liner down the left field line, and it's fair. Champlin Park leads. Smith digging for second, clapping his hands all the way. 3-2 Rebels. Jumped on this one. Well, the previous one a few minutes ago was about 2 feet left of that and was foul. This time it is fair, and it's a 3-2 lead, and Smith is happy, and why not, as he digs into second. He'll be run for by Cal Hansen, a courtesy runner. So 3-2 Champlin Park, and Loven will be the batter. To short center field, going to be playable and caught. So the inning comes to an end, but it's a good one for Champlin Park as they take the lead with 2 runs on 4 base hits. No errors and 1 left on. It is 3-2 Champlin Park.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Can you help me with this? My new dad teaches me all kinds of stuff.
Sure.
He helps me with homework.
That would be 3.6795.
Thanks.
Yep.
He helps me with my decision making.
I wouldn't use this one. Ever.
And he's even teaching me how to drive.
And that's why cars have bumpers.
I'm learning so much.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
We go to the bottom of inning number 6, and the tables have turned. Now it is Champlin Park with a 1-run lead after they get 2 runs in their half of the 6th. There's a look at Pearson, the first baseman, who is got his hand all wrapped after he was tagged out and fell hard and didn't like it too much. Got up and came back at the catcher a little bit there. The good news, though, is a first baseman, not to say you never need to throw, but it's obviously not quite as vital as for most of the other positions on the field to really be able to throw. Your main job is catching the ball, obviously, over there. Here's Nick Holton stepping in to lead it off, and he was looking to tie it up on one swing there. Big cut and a miss on the Drew Nelson fastball. Holton 0 for 2 tonight. And fouls this one back. And a called third strike as he came back with a slow breaking ball and gets the K. Nelson has been dynamite since coming in relief. And he gets the strikeout there, and Ryan Johnson will be the hitter for Grace. Takes the ball up high. There's a strike. Drifts this one foul and out of play down the right field side. Johnson 0 for 2 and a little chopper to second. Wayloggy charging it and throws him out for out number 2. Waters will be the hitter. High and tight with that fastball. And that one in the dirt outside. Waters struck out in his first at bat. That was against Goodman, and then bounced to second base. First time he faced Nelson. There's a strike. So 3-1. Nelson seems to bounce back whenever he gets in a little difficulty. And another called third strike, and that will end the 6th. Grace, no runs, no hits, and no one left. We go to inning number 7 in the section championship. It's 3-2 Rebels.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised. Practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
Sharing your passion starts with taking that first step. Take Will, for example. His first step was taking free TV classes at Northwest Community Television. He's learning production skills and now has access to cutting-edge equipment. He's working on local music productions, meeting new people, and gaining experience needed to produce his own show. Best of all, he's sharing his passion for music with others in his community. Share your passion. Visit nwct.org.
3-2 Champlin Park. A new pitcher here for Totino-Grace as Dylan Dubuque will come on. 6-0 record this year in 42 innings. He's allowed 35 hits, only 5 walks, 13 strikeouts, and 0.67 ERA for Dubuque. So he will try and keep the Rebels where they're at and give his team a chance in the bottom of the 7th. It'll be the 7, 8, 9 hitters coming up for Champlin Park as Cole Albers gets set to step in. And he's had a good night, 2 for 2. Doubled and scored in the 3rd and then singled in the 5th. Grounder up the middle, long way to go to get there. Here's the throw and not in time. It gets away. And Radicek will throw to second. Safe. Albers aboard on the infield hit. And then will reach second on the throwing error. A tough play. And you see, I don't think, he was not going to be out anyway, but then advances to second on the error. So Hunter Yerkes will be the batter. He's bunted twice. He fouled out by popping up, and then last time bunted into a force play at third when that real nice play by Grace got the lead runner. Said a nasty breaking ball there from Dubuque. And fouls this one back. Champlin Park would love to get at least one insurance run here. They got their leadoff hitter to second. Nobody out. And tap foul down the third base side. For Yerkes here, you want to put the ball in play, preferably to the right side if you can, to at least get the runner over. Takes that one up high. And driving it on the left field line, foul. Hits it hard at third. What a pickup by Holton. Now they've got him in a rundown. And they spin around, the tag applied now. They throw back to first. And so Yerkes, well, he hit the ball hard, but I said, you try to go right side with that instead. It's Albers into a rundown and they get the out. Heck of a pickup though by Holton. Wow, that was a hard one hopper. I think we're going to have a pinch hitter here, looks like, for the Rebels, as Alex Bocrages will bat in the number 9 spot here. So now runner at first and one out. That exchange didn't go so well for Champlin Park. Just about hit him with that one. 2-0. Boy, if Grace were able, is able to rally and win this, that play by Holton really is going to come back as a huge positive for them. And there's a strike. Not only does he make the great pickup, but then alertly sees that the runner from second, Albers, has strayed too far, and they get him in the rundown. Driven hard out to left field. This one will be down for a hit. To the base of the fence. Let's see if they'll send him. Nope, going to hold him up at third. And runners at second and third now after the long double for Backrages. Jumped on this ball, one of the better hit balls of the night, to the base of the warning track. And the stop sign went up as Yerkes got to third, and rightly so. It was well defended out there. Johnson got to it as quick as he could. So second and third, one out for Champlin Park. Aaron Klepner, the hitter. The infield comes in here for the Eagles. Champlin Park already up 3-2, but trying to add to it. And lifting it foul down the right field line, and we'll get to the seats. That ball obviously wasn't going to be catchable anyway, but it would kind of lead to a decision for the Eagles if they were able to catch that ball. Do you catch it and probably give up a tag up for another run, or do you let it go? Klepner 0 for 3 in this game. Did have a couple of hits in game one. And Johnson drives it to right. It should be deep enough to score the run. Catch made. Here comes the throw. Not in time, and Champlin Park has a valuable insurance run as Yerk slides across to make it 4-2, a sacrifice fly for Klepner. Did his job there, just put that ball out there deep enough to score the run. And now Riley Johnson will hit for the Rebels. Takes a strike. Johnson had a single his last time up and scored what was the tying run. To third, Holton, a nice pickup there, fires across and gets the out, but Champlin Park comes up with a valuable run. One run in the inning on one base hit. We go to the bottom of 7 for the Section 5 title. Champlin Park leading it by 2.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Can you help me with this? My new dad teaches me all kinds of stuff.
Sure.
He helps me with homework.
That would be 3.6795.
Thanks.
Yep.
He helps me with my decision making.
I wouldn't use this one. Ever.
And he's even teaching me how to drive.
And that's why cars have bumpers.
I'm learning so much.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
Drew Nelson trying to nail down a section championship here for Champlin Park. They hold a 4-2 lead. Totino-Grace, one more opportunity here, bottom of the 7th. The 8-9-1 hitters coming up. Jacob Zerbe will lead it off here for Totino-Grace. And he has been aboard twice with a single and a walk, so bottom of the order, but far from a sure out. First pitch over for a strike. Lifting this one up. Pearson might have a chance at it, and he makes the catch. 1 out. Tracked that ball right away off the bat, and as we said, pretty decent amount of room over here in foul ground. And he likes that. 1 gone. Daniel Jacob will be the batter here for Grace. Outside for ball 1. Slicing this one foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. Close pitch taken for ball 2. Tapper foul pass first. Pearson even on a foul ball, showing some good range there, chasing that one down. And a little dribbler, Wayloggy charging it, flip to first, 2 gone. Rebels doing a solid job backing up their pitcher too tonight, and nice play here, gets the little short underhand flip. So 2 outs, and Nolan Nielsen will be the hitter for Totino-Grace, their last hope. Takes ball 1 up high. Here's a strike. Nelson has looked strong all throughout. And just as I say that, he throws one a couple feet wide of the plate, 2-1. That insurance run certainly helps the Rebels, out there in the field, I'm sure, as well. And maybe a little bit too jacked up here. Misses way high with the fastball, 3-1. Check swing did not go. It's a walk. Grace not done yet. Nielsen draws a 2-out free pass, and Halverson will be the batter. Smith out to talk to Nelson. I'm sure just to settle him down more than anything. I think he kind of could read what I was saying too, that just got a little overexcited trying to get that last out, and kind of start to thoughts creep in your head about celebrating and what it'll feel like to finish this off. But you gotta get it done first. Way high with that one. And in fact, Champlin Park going to come out and have a little discussion here. Don't think there's really any thought given to switching pitchers here. It's more just get your nerves under control, settle down, maybe a little joke thrown in there. Pearson's smiling big. One and 0 count here to Halverson. Nelson tries to get this final out. And that one's outside, 2-0. Smith thought he had one there, but umpire does not raise that right arm. It's 3-0. That one is a strike. So 3-1 to Halverson. And 3-2. The Rebels perhaps a strike away from wrapping it up. And instead, it's a hard hit ball to left field and just cut off in time by Klepner. So Halverson strokes a 2-out single. Runners at first and second. Totino-Grace not ready to go down without a fight. They will run for Halverson here. Of course, he came up hobbling the last time around, and so he is lifted for a pinch runner here. And Radicek will be the batter. Grace still alive. 2 on, 2 outs. Tying run at first base now. Schuler will be the runner at first base, Mason Schuler. So Halverson is out of the game now, as he had re-entered once. Radicek a swing and a miss. Outside, and it's a ball and a strike. Laid off that high fastball, 2-1. dribbler down first base, and again they're down to their final strike. Two and two count here to Jens Radicek, bottom of the 7th. Eagles trailing 4-2. And fouls it away. Pitch, and another foul by Radicek. That last out, the toughest one to get. Field line. Nelson and Radicek, neither will give in here. And it's up high and inside, 3-2. Nelson really, for probably the first inning that he's had, kind of laboring here. Radicek trying to reach, 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and he strikes out, and Champlin Park is headed to state. Rebels piling on Drew Nelson here as he does a fantastic job in relief. And pitches the Rebels into the state tournament for the 3rd time in school history. First time since 2003. Grace with a good battle here, but they will fall 1 game short of the state tournament. No runs, 1 hit, and a couple left for Totino-Grace in inning number 7. So a fantastic ball game, or ball games tonight. Champlin Park kind of pulled away early in the first one, somewhat early anyway, but this one they really had to battle for, and they come back, get the go-ahead runs in the 6th, and then an insurance run in the 7th, and pull out a 4-2 win. So congratulations to Champlin Park. As we said, their 3rd trip to state. Seeding will be done over the weekend. I would certainly think that the Rebels, should be quite a high seed with just 3 losses on the season, so probably be looking at a top 3 seed, I would guess. So congratulations to Totino-Grace also on a great season, and congratulations to Champlin Park as they get ready for the state 4A baseball tournament. Hope you've enjoyed tonight's game and games from CHS Field. For all of our 12 Sports crew, I'm Jay Wilcox. Good night from St. Paul.